Hey, welcome back. How you all doing? Hope you're all well. So in this video, we are going to actually get on with trying to sort out this roof rack. We've made a video about it before, obviously, of us trying to figure out how to actually get on the van. And I think we've just decided to bolt it to the van. We're just going to cut holes in the top and bolt it to the van, make it simple. But we need to paint it first. So what we're going to do today is paint it because we're waiting for mastic and a few other bits and bobs to come before we can actually mount it to the roof. So yeah, first thing we need to do is actually paint it.
Yes, and also yesterday we went out and bought some paint for the interior because we've been talking about this for quite a while between me and Liam, and we've decided that we're going to paint the bottom bit at least white.
Yep.
So we went out and got some white paint yesterday from B&Q, and I just need to test it, or we're going to test it on a scrap piece of wood just to make sure that it comes out and it gives the result that we want to do, because there's nothing worse than painting the whole van and then deciding you don't like it.
Yeah. So we've been on and on about the design of the van a lot, really, because I always wanted it to be like a really wooden cabin look, and we're still kind of going to go with that, but I think what the plan is, so I'll give you a quick rundown. It's going to be white walls, like a stained wood roof, then like a wood effect worktop, wood effect flooring, and then like a pastel colour cabinets and stuff with like wooden doors. I think that's kind of the idea we're going for, because we did think about keeping it just wood and staining it, but then it might make it too dark and it might look a bit too much like a sauna. So that's what we was worried about. So I think that's the idea for it, but today we're going to crack on and get a few bits done, and obviously we'll keep you updated and take you along on the journey.
So this is the paint we've bought. It's just like, it's a B&Q range, nothing too expensive, but it's brilliant white, and we went for the vinyl one because you can clean it down. We were speaking to Liam's dad about it yesterday, and we decided this was the best paint to go for. So all we need to do now is just test it on a little piece of wood and then see if we like it. This is our test strip done. We're really happy with the colour. I think it's the perfect colour for the van, really, and what we were looking for. The only issue we've got with it is that there's some streaks when we've actually painted it. Not sure if that's to do with the brush. We have got some better brushes inside. We just used an old tatty brush for just testing this. Or we have got some rollers that we might even do that. So we will quickly test before we actually do another paint in the van, just to test which method is better. But yeah, I'm happy with that. But painting the van is not today's job, unless we get everything done early, but I don't think we will. So this will be another day.
Alright, so as you've probably just noticed, I'm going to crack on with the roof bars and painting them. We're going to paint them black. It is galvanised steel, and that is supposed to be pretty difficult to paint, but I've had a look around online, and the secret to getting it to stick for a long time, apparently, is white wine vinegar. So I've got some white wine vinegar. I'm going to clean it down with some of this big wipes spray. I'm going to clean it down with that to try and get some of the gunk off it, and then I'm going to wipe it down with white wine vinegar, and then I'm going to prime it with some of this stuff, which is etch primer for alloy wheels. This is what we bought for the VW T5 wheels we didn't actually use, so I'm going to prime it with that. And then we're going to spray it with gloss black wheel paint. That's the paint we're going to use to spray it with. And hopefully that does the trick. Obviously they've only gone on the roof, so it doesn't really matter too much, but we just don't want them to be silver, really, because obviously if we're painting it black and green the whole van, we don't want to have silver on the roof because it will just stand out like a sore thumb. So as long as we get a decent coverage and you can't see the silver too much, we're happy with that, and we'll see how it goes, really, because I've never painted anything like this. I've painted normal metal and stuff, but I've never painted galvanised steel, so yeah, we'll see how it goes and see if this trick with the white wine vinegar works, because online it says, yeah, it works really well, so we'll soon find out. And it is cold, so what I'm going to have to do first is actually heat it up with a heat gun, because there's condensation and all sorts all over it, so I'm going to give it a bit of heat up with a heat gun and then start working on it. Alright, so this is what it looks like just after putting one coat of the primer on. It looks pretty nice, but obviously that's just primer, so that's not the actual colour. It's a nice even coat. I've left it for a little while now just to dry, and then I'm going to get on with putting the black paint on. I've got to do 2 coats of that, and I've got to leave it about 20 minutes between coats, and then I'll show you what it looks like actually after it's finished. Right, so this is what the final coat looks like. As you can see, there's like little like light grey patches all down it. So I don't really know what's gone on, to be honest. It was cold and it was getting a bit of condensation on it, so I reckon that's what's screwed it up. But it doesn't look too bad, and we'll check it tomorrow. But as you can see, really bad down there. All these little patches, like really light colours, which is weird because it's obviously black paint. So it's weird how it's done that. But it does smudge though, these little bits. So if I rub it, it does kind of change a little bit. So I don't really know what's going on, to be honest. But that's where I'm leaving it today, and that's took 3 coats on that black paint. So yeah, I'm going to leave it at that for the time being. I might have to get some Hammerite on it if need be, and then it'll be kind of pointless using the spray paint. But we had it lying about, so yeah, we had to use it. Yeah, so I'm not too sure what I think about it, to be honest. It's black. I mean, it's not silver anymore, so it won't stand out, and it's going to be on the roof anyway. And obviously, because the van's so high, you're not really going to see it unless you're just driving by, and obviously you're not going to see all the little imperfections when it's driving by at some speed. So yeah, it should be fine. But at least that's done, and tomorrow we're going to crack on with painting the inside of the van. We need to make a box for the wheel arch to box that in, and then we need to paint it all white. I think that's mainly the plan tomorrow, but we have decided that we're going to get back to making daily videos. So with that being said, we'll see you tomorrow.